Guten Tag, everybody. How we doing? Welcome
Hello.
to what number are we on now? 24, 25?
24, 25, mid-20s for
Somewhere in
sure.
there.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about college football, Husker football, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to talk about the last week's game against UTEP, and we're going to talk about today's game as well against Colorado.
Yeah. Should be a fun
Hopefully,
one.
I think we're going to win in that one. But
A few other college football topics as well.
Yep. And this is also going to come out on Saturday just because of the morning of the Husker game. I think it'd be better. But
yeah.
So any sports news or anything you've heard this week?
Well, I went to the opening game against UTEP, Nebraska game, first opening game I've ever been to. It was a lot of fun. I like how we looked. Really offensively, defensively, everything. Granted, UTEP, that's a team we should beat. I think we could have put up a few more points on them, though. There was a few drives where we either stalled out or I think Dowdle fumbled one drive. And we won 40-7, but we could have easily put up 50, 60 some points on them if we had I think also if we had kept the starters in longer. And I think you mentioned that too one time when we were talking.
Yeah, last week night we were playing NCAA, and I was talking with the boys, and I was, Brody. We all know who Brody is. I bet he's like one of our sports analysts here, part time. Yeah, I agree. We put him in a little
early,
too early.
I think we could have kept Dylan in there a little longer. He was having a good game. I did notice there's a couple plays there where Jamal Banks, number 4, was just like wide open down the field, and he didn't see him or whatever. He missed him, and he opted for something shorter. And I saw it right there. I was at the game. I'm like, dude, Jamal Banks was wide open down the field, but he's still young. He's a true freshman. I mean, it's it's different when you're actually out there playing the game. It's week 1. We're working out the kinks. Overall, I liked what I saw. I don't know. Overall, what are your overall thoughts on the game?
I think Diarola. I think that was probably the best Husker football I have seen in like years, probably since Pelini.
Best week 1 performance we've had since the Bo Pelini era, maybe.
And a lot of people are like, "Why you keep going back to Bo Pelini?" Blah blah blah. We have Mike Riley.
Well,
I'm like, dude,
we compare it to back then because that's the last time we were good,
relevant.
Yeah, that's the last time we were even relevant at all was Bo Pelini.
I am a firm believer on this, and come at me all you want. I know Husker fans might, but I think Bo Pelini could have possibly got us to a national championship.
Eventually, yeah.
But
I liked him. I thought we should have never fired him.
A lot of people,
they all know my stance
a lot of the PR department did not like his attitude. That's why they pretty much got rid of him.
That's what it was. It was PR. It was marketing. It was the whole 9 yards when it comes to that.
They gave him the Frank Skolich treatment.
That's why we hired a guy like Mike Riley who just doesn't talk. He's frail. He's soft.
No discipline.
He's kind of a pushover.
And that's why his teams
were soft.
Yeah.
And then we went to Frost thinking he was going to be the savior. And I think he was overrated from the jump looking back. One guy I wish would have got more snaps at wide receiver is Jalen Lloyd.
I think he's going to be special.
Just a fast, shifty little slot receiver. And I didn't see Malachi Coleman get any catches either.
I think he's good. I hope he gets more playing time.
He was good last year. He was like the spark of our offense last year.
I would hate to see him transfer.
But I do like our starting group. I like Isaiah Neyor, the transfer. He's fast. I like Jamal Banks. That Bonner, who I guess also has played a little bit of snaps at fullback too. I thought that was we have the replay of the game on right now. I thought that was a touchdown originally in the game at first. Everyone in the crowd did too. That first deep ball.
Well, I did too when I was watching it.
That first deep ball to Neyor. Everyone thought it was a touchdown in the stands. He dropped it. It hit him. It went right through his hands too. But he got another really good one later on in the game.
I'm kind of curious what some fans' reactions were to see them coming out the other side of the tunnel. I mean, they've been doing that since last year with the new athletic facility they put in, which is it is spectacular. I personally want to see it on a Husker tour in the future.
Yeah.
Which we should plan something like that.
Yeah.
We could record it, whatever, if they allow us. Which I don't think they'll have a problem. The sideline change. How does that affect? I think it's going to help us in our favor, personally. It's not going to be so hot on one side. It's not, we got shade on this other side.
One thing I really liked about that we did offensively is we just kept rotating guys in, like receiver, running back, like keeping fresh bodies in there. Ramir Johnson technically started at running back, but Ramir Johnson, Dante Dowdell, Emmett Johnson, and Gabe Irvin all rotated at starting running back for us. And they all did well. They all played really well and had good carries.
I do want to say this, though, is I think our offensive line has improved from last year.
Yeah.
I just think they need to be a little bit better. I actually found out today that Ben Hart's actually has the most starts as a lineman in Husker history.
Really?
Yeah, because I think he's a fifth-year senior.
Yeah.
Speaking of fifth-year seniors, did you see the new rule that NCAA might pass?
What's that?
They might change it to where you can get a fifth-year eligibility without any deal,
Really?
Yeah. I just briefly saw it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty awesome for them. So
yeah,
I mean, you could be like Cade McCormick and get 7 or 9 years. But
I know
he started during COVID years.
Even Ramir Johnson, it seems like he's been there forever. He's in his 6th year. I think.
And then we get Emmett Johnson. Wait, who's been here longer?
Like he had the COVID year, and then I think he was also, I think, redshirted or something. I don't know. He's been there a long time though. Ramir Johnson. I think this is his last year.
I was gonna say he's been there since Frost
2019, I think.
I think Frost recruited him.
Yeah, Frost did recruit him, and he's a good running back.
And Fedoni's been there forever too.
I think the reason they started Ramir is because he's the most versatile.
Yeah,
because they want to build this offense around Raiola and his passing ability, and Ramir Johnson is our best pass catching back. He's our most shifty back. He's our fastest back. The other guys like Dante Dowdell, he's a truck. Emmett Johnson, he's a good all-around back. Ramir Johnson's just more explosive. Gabe Irvin's also kind of more of a power back, but
yeah, I was gonna say I think they're gonna use Gabe on sometimes maybe the goal line, which they did.
They did, and I love seeing the fullback in the I formation. That was cool to see.
And I also like how they were using Harburg in there a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think our backup's going to work.
I like the idea of having Harburg in there sparingly as like a running quarterback, like a wildcat guy.
But it's just in case if he gets whatever Raiola, knock on wood, gets hurt. There was
a play he lost his helmet and he had to come out for a play. But that's when they put Harburg.
They're trying to, they got Daniel Kalen. They're trying to save him.
They are. They're redshirting him because even late in the game. They put in that other third string quarterback
from Northern Iowa.
Yeah, they didn't put in Kalen because they're trying to keep his red shirt, and so they put in that other kid, and I forgot his name. But I like the idea of having Harburg in there once in a while as like a running power quarterback, kind of like Florida did with Tim Tebow his freshman year, or even like there's certain situations teams have done stuff like that.
That has worked out like Ohio State.
Right, but we just have to we have to work on it more.
Yeah.
It's just something that you need to practice more. But I like Harburg. I think he's a great football player. He's a great runner. He's physical. He just once we put him in at quarterback at the end, our offense just kind of plummeted. And 40-7 is a good score. That's something we haven't seen in a long time against in an opening game. But we could have easily put probably 60 or 70 points on those guys.
You think?
Well, think about it. We had one drive stall out because of turnover on downs. We had one drive that came to an end because Dowdell fumbled, and we got it down near the goal line, and he fumbled, lost a fumble. That's possibly 2 scores right there. That puts us at 54. We probably could have had a few more, too, if we kept the starters in. I think we could put it in the 60s.
Yeah, I think so as well.
We could have easily, I think. But, oh well, you don't want to be greedy. We got Colorado today.
Yeah. Which that's a big game. Well, we'll get into that in a bit. We talked a lot about the offense. Let's start talking about what we should do in defense. I think Tony White's still doing a freaking awesome job.
Yeah.
He is probably going to be one of the best defenses in the nation again. And but there was some things on
defense was what kept us good, like it's solid last year.
Yeah. But now it seems like both sides, offense and defense, are clicking.
I feel like we're finally going to have the offense now.
But we're just, a lot of people say, like, oh, here comes the delusional Husker fans. Like, we're just trying to be optimistic,
We're optimistic, I don't know if it's delusion, but then, I mean, whatever.
It's your typical college football talk shit.
Yeah, whatever. It is. Yeah. I mean, I think we really got after the quarterback really well. There was a few times that UTEP quarterback could run. He was pretty fast.
He actually was their coach's quarterback back when he was on the Governors for Austin Peay, and he transferred after he got hired. Let's talk about UTEP. I think they played pretty. I mean, although they lost and they got their ass kicked, but
their one touchdown on us, they went right down the field and scored.
I know they're going to be good in their conference. They're going to probably be a good team.
I'll be honest. I was kind of worried, like right at the beginning of the game. Like they were giving us a tough game. We stalled out that one drive, and then they came out and they wasted no time getting down the field and scoring.
I think they're going to be a fast, shifty
team. It's 7-7. Yeah. Like, what's going on here?
They're probably going to be one of the best teams in the CUSA, I think.
Yeah.
But yet again, I mean, it's still pretty early. It's one game,
Right. Week 1 it shows you some stuff, but it doesn't tell you a lot of stuff.
I appreciate it that they came down and they tried for a little bit, and then they just. Only thing I do think they need to work on is their defense, because they had that one player on the right side when we were on offense. He always kept getting pass interference. Like, that was their biggest issues. Yeah. They kept getting pass interference.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Everyone has improvement.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think we did a good job of stopping their run game too. Their running backs didn't do a whole lot. We covered their receivers pretty well. I think overall we were just the more dominant team overall. I do want to go back to the offense real quick. Even though they all played really well and Ramir Johnson started, who do you like best at running back right now for us out of the main 4?
That Oregon transfer.
Dowdell?
Yeah.
Me too.
As much as I like...
Even though he fumbled, I like him best right now.
As much as I like Gabe, I think he's going to be good at our power. And
well, see, that's the thing is Gabe is similar. Gabe's a good power back, and so is Dowdell, but I feel like Dowdell is faster. He's got more upside. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's got the most potential to be a good workhorse running back. Ramir's kind of that shifty, versatile guy. Emmett, he's also just a solid running back to add depth, and Gabe is a good goal line power back.
Yeah.
Anything else on that first game?
No, let's go right into the Colorado game, the primetime bowl.
Tell you what, man, Deion Sanders, I mean, watching them almost lose to North Dakota State gives me a lot of confidence. Even though North Dakota State's a solid team, and how many times have they won the FCS national championship?
9.
They've won it a lot.
I think they're at 9 times, and they're acting like it was a Super Bowl. That's what I find funny. I get.
They're a good FCS team, but they're still FCS, and Colorado almost lost to them.
They always win they pretty much every time they played week 1, they're more likely going to win. They've beaten Iowa.
Yeah.
They've beaten fucking. Oh, who was another good team? I can't jog my memory.
They started out last season solid, and then they just started losing games. The thing with Colorado, why I think we will beat them is they have no structure. Like, they have no interior. They're all flash and no
No, they zig.
No grit.
They zig, but they don't zag. Basically,
Somewhat. They're all flashy and showy, but they have no grit. They have no toughness. You know, Deion was a great NFL football player. He was a good coach at Jackson State, but as time goes on, I'm starting to dislike him more and more at Colorado.
I think he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong.
He's a good coach.
I just think it's probably the players on the team who are getting their fucking their confidence.
He's letting too many things slide. Like, I think the whole social media thing on their jerseys in practice is stupid.
Well, what was like the last episode? I said, hey, you know, he's like the Donald Trump of social media in college football. Doesn't know when to shut up. But I get it. You're gonna, you know, if I was a coach, I would gloat about my team a little bit, but like not that way. I wouldn't do that way. No. But you know, everything you put on internet nowadays is gonna come back on you.
It's just drama, like with him.
And that's all he was.
That's not like it's almost more distracting than it is. You're not building a winning culture, you know.
No, he doesn't really need Colorado. To be honest, he doesn't really need a coach job. He doesn't. He's made well off. He's a well-made off person.
That's totally true, and Colorado probably needs him more than anything. But
now his kid Shador, I think he's all right. I think
he's a great talent.
I think he's a late first rounder or second rounder, personally.
He's a great talent. I just think he's got too big a head.
His brother's a great defensive player, I tell you that.
That's the thing we'll have to watch out for is
Travis Hunter.
You know, Raiola was making some throws. He was kind of just lobbing it up there. UTEP. He was kind of throwing it up there into some double and triple coverage. You try to do that against Travis Hunter or Shiloh Sanders, it's not gonna go over too well.
Yeah. I think Travis Hunter, you know, he's a great dog. He's a great dude. You know, he's a dog.
Yeah.
You know,
great football player.
I think he's going to probably be the first NFL player that's going to play both ways. Personally.
Like, a lot? Because there's other NFL players that have played both ways.
Yeah,
sparingly.
but a lot more.
Right.
More of a consistent dude. That dude didn't look like he was tired last game.
Imagine, like, the training and the conditioning that has to go in to be able to do that at the college level. Because obviously, like, your studs in high school play both ways, usually. But they do it at the D1 college level and then also into the NFL. Dude, let's just imagine the training, the recovery, and everything that goes into that. Nutrition.
Yeah.
Like Travis Hunter, he is a dog, man. I just don't know. Like, you really think he could keep it up at the NFL level?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he is pretty much that whole team. I hate to say it, like
he is the face of the team.
Yeah,
players.
But everyone looks at Shador because he has a Sanders last name.
He's also the quarterback too.
Yes,
everyone looks at the starting quarterback always.
You know, did you know Goldberg? You know the wrestler Goldberg?
Yeah,
his son plays on that team too.
Really?
Yep.
What position?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was linebacker. I'll look it up.
Is he good?
Yeah, he ain't too bad. He's a freshman though.
Well, that might add some grit to their team because, as far as I know, they don't have much in terms of like big guys or tough guys. They're all flashy quarterback, receivers, DBs. I don't know. I just think we'll be able to kind of push them around a little bit, but we also got to watch out because they might try to pull. You know, they might have some sneaky trickery stuff up their sleeve.
You know that's the thing about Deion. He's pretty good about that little stuff.
Yeah. But
let's look at this here. Goldberg son.
Take to the Google.
When in doubt, what the great Levi has always said. When in doubt, Google it.
Did he say that?
I think he did it once.
It doesn't surprise me. No. It's dumb.
So his Goldberg's son, Goldberg's son's name is Gage Goldberger.
Gage?
Yeah, I must got food on my mind because we're doing this pretty early.
Gage Goldberger.
Yep.
He was thinking about burgers.
All right, let's see. What position is he? I don't want to.
Finding it, Kale?
Oh, I'm gonna look at the roster. I don't know. And you know what? A lot of people forgot that their new defensive line coach too is Warren Sapp.
Yeah, I did see that. He's a linebacker. Gage Goldberg.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah, I just looked it up right now.
Cool.
6 foot, 215-pound linebacker. So he's got some little bit of bulking to do yet because he's 215. That's kind of small for a D1 linebacker.
Looking at the roster, they also got Jimmy Horn Jr., who's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Miller and Jay, not bad. Miller, another receiver.
Yeah.
Their safety, Cameron Silent Gray, Craig. You know, he actually was the same high school that the Standard brothers, and got coached by Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And he also came from Jackson State.
Yeah.
A lot of people are from Jackson State, so
yeah, he brought some players with him, and I mean, there's a lot of hype there. We'll see how it goes.
The only thing is, I don't agree with that team or with him. He thinks that he depends. He acts like he needs the transfers to make a good team, which it could work, but he's not saying like, "Hey, if you're this recruit, I don't want you."
Right.
But it seems like I think it was last year he was trying to make it seem like it.
I just think they just got so much like bad publicity and like drama and distractions surrounding them.
You go on YouTube, they have like, I swear, like at least 10 YouTube channels on the Sanders family with a lot of cousins and nephews, whatever. I don't know exactly to think. It's usually the same video almost.
Yeah.
But there's this one I've been watching. They've been doing their taking videos of their nutrition. Dude, I don't know what it is, but these dudes be eating crab legs and stuff. Some of the food they got, dude, it looks great. But again,
at Colorado?
Yeah. I'll have to show you it. They got crab legs, they got all the good stuff. And I will say this though, Deion Sanders does take care of his guys.
Yeah.
I think he does a very good job.
He's a players coach.
Out of any coach I've ever seen, I think. Well, actually, Matt Rhule. I kind of like how Matt Rhule's been doing it too. I'm not trying to be biased.
No, he does. He does a good job.
If we die, we die. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, he takes care of his players. Great.
I just think they're gonna come into Memorial Stadium that day and get punched in the mouth.
I think it's gonna be a close game. Unfortunately,
it's got the potential to be a close game.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be here for it, but I mean,
yeah,
I'll be watching it from afar in a different country.
Yeah,
somehow, I'll be wearing red somehow.
He'll be supportive from afar. From Canada, his homeland.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely has the potential to be a home game, a close game. It obviously a home game. But I think we also have the potential to destroy them too.
And just shut them up.
Yeah, like just shut them down. We need to hit them hard and score early and often.
So there was a rumor going around that I guess Colorado's losing money. Like badly or something, but I don't know.
They're losing money.
They don't have a lot of money to do stuff, but I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't give Prime that big of a contract. I'm just saying.
No, they're stuck with it now.
You guys can fact check me. I just heard about it recently, so.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything much else we should touch on about Colorado? I mean, a lot of people are thinking what we're thinking. Like, yeah, Colorado's this team. Either you love them, you hate them, or you don't really care. You just like football.
Yeah. It'll be an interesting game. It'll be our true test. It'll be a true test for us Obviously, UTEP was a good starter game. I think it's always good to go up against a kind of a slack, non-Power 5 school or an FCS school week one, just to have a big win and get your confidence going. But then it's, we got our first test against Colorado.
Yes, so, first big game, first Friday night, or not Friday, first night under the lights game.
First big test for Dylan Raiola, the freshman quarterback,
coming off right out the gate.
They didn't show a whole lot against UTEP offensively, so hoping they open up the playbook a little bit more and take a few more shots.
I want to see. You see, this is where they switched to the other game.
Huh.
But sorry, George, we still got Husker football, and they switched on us during the game, and it pissed a lot of us off when we were scrambling trying to find it. But
yeah,
I understand whether it happens. But anyway, so yeah, as to wrap up this topic with Husker football and Colorado, it's rivalry week. We don't wear gold. We won't wear black. I'll probably wear black because that's like one of my main colors I wear. But
yeah, me too.
Gold. I think
black and gold. I do actually like that color.
I do too. Only black and gold I don't support is Colorado and the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Fuck you, Jared. Sorry. So anyway, yeah. I mean, what is your prediction score?
My prediction, I think we take it. I'm not gonna say it's a huge blow up, but I don't think it's as close as maybe what you think it'll be. I'm gonna say we win it 34-20.
I like that.
Couple scores.
I like that. I'm gonna say 38-24.
Okay, nice.
What?
Nothing.
I think it's a realistic score. I just think we're gonna come out, and if it was like a close game, maybe we're gonna get a last minute pick six to seal it off, or who knows?
Yeah.
Moving on. Now we're gonna be talking about regular college football in the college football world.
Yeah.
Did you catch that LSU USC game?
Well, I was watching the beginning of it, and then we got on Dynasty, our online Dynasty.
I was watching it while we were playing,
but you were kind of updating me on it throughout the game.
Yeah, and then you finally joined the Discord, and it was over.
Yeah.
But anyway, they LSU got upset by USC. That's a big win for the Big Ten against the SEC.
It is.
Personally, I was kind of questioning the last second pick. It looked like the ball might have hit the ground, but they didn't show any replay.
What was the final score?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm going to look. Scores.
No. I think, dude, there was one good catch the USC receiver had, and it was like an Odell Beckham, but better catch. The guy that's coming in there to take
27-20 USC won.
Yep. So there was a quarterback that, is taking over Caleb Williams. I think he's going to be good for them. I think he's going to play great for them this year. And honestly, that's going to be another good Husker game for us.
Yeah.
That's going to really...
because now that they beat like a top SEC opponent, they're going to be a legit competition for us.
Yes.
And they're going to be legit contenders in the Big Ten. That's Miller Moss, a quarterback for them.
Yeah.
And then at LSU, they're also replacing a former Heisman winner, Jaden Daniels, Garrett Nussmeier.
I think you say like Knucklebass or something.
What?
I don't know.
Knucklebass. Don't drink that coffee too fast. Save some room for squinch.
If you know, you know. Don't be bashful.
Just save some room, man. Don't be bashful.
See, that play right there, that number one always kept getting on the defense.
Yeah.
Look at what other games. Dude, I think Dabo Swinney is, if he doesn't get his shit together, he's out. The Clemson Dabo Swinney era is done.
There was one game I was really UCLA versus Hawaii.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I think UCLA is going to be here to play. That's going to be a good conference game for
They
us.
barely beat Hawaii.
I know, but
16-13.
I know, but still, UCLA. You never know.
I don't know, man. I feel like they should have blown out Hawaii.
Did you know that Chip Kelly is the offensive coordinator for Ohio State?
Yes, I did know that.
I saw that. Yes. So there's a page on Twitter. I like to get like football updates, the little stuff, the little details. The little details always matters to me about college football. Is called College Football, Reddit College Football. Dude, I love that page.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I found out about Chip Kelly. I'll go on there and look up stuff. I like the little things, like I said, stadium renovations, coaches.
I saw it was like a thing on Instagram. It was like a bunch of familiar faces from NFL that are coaching or in the coaching realm of college football this year. And there's like a bunch of them, like we mentioned Warren Sapp earlier.
Scott Frost now, Rams, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Quality
control or whatever. What the heck is he controlling with quality? What even is that?
Look it up. I don't know.
Quality control guy for the Rams.
Well, what do you think it is?
He was not good at quality control with Nebraska. He was like the worst ever at that.
Yeah, he was not good at being a quality coach.
He's not good at being a quality guy.
All right, let's look up quality coaches.
Should ask Jordan if he's excited about that.
I don't talk to him.
You excited about Scott Frost joining the team?
Football.
Yeah, I'm kind of just looking at some of the scores here from past weekend.
So, a quality control coach is a member of a coaching staff of a gridiron football team whose primary job is prepping a team for a game. Beginning sometimes 2 or 3 weeks before the actual game, their primary duties include preparing for the game by analyzing game film or statistical analysts. So basically, he's the guy in the film rooms telling them, like, hey, the X's and O's go here, the O's go there, basically.
Big X's and O's guy.
Yeah. Essentially. So it's probably going to be obviously offensive quality control.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you he's going to be in there for the quarterbacks.
Stafford.
But, I mean...
Garoppolo's there now.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought he was done did.
He's going to be Stafford's backup this year.
I like that for them.
Jimmy G.
I like that for them. That's a solid pickup.
Yeah.
I don't know how Jordan feels about that.
He said, I did ask him a while back. He said he it's better than Carson Wentz, who they had last year.
Yeah.
He's on the Chiefs now. But anyway.
What?
Yeah, he's going to be Mahomes.
Wow, I need to start paying attention a little bit
more. Yeah. It does look like Big Ten went undefeated in week 1.
They did.
So that's good to see.
Also, the Pac-12 went undefeated.
Yeah. Pac-12. All 2 teams in that conference.
I think they're
at least they're guaranteed to make the conference championship.
I could see them expanding next year with teams.
Washington State and Oregon State. Let's see here. Let's look at some of these other scores here. I mean, SEC just dominated week 1 like they normally do.
Yeah. A lot of things. So, I don't know if you saw a lot about Ohio State or Michigan. They're not looking too good this year. They had a very slow start, even though they won their games respectively.
Who's Ohio State's new quarterback? Will
Howard from Kansas State.
Yeah.
I think he's a good quarterback, but again, we'll go back to Chip Kelly. It's Chip Kelly. It's just Chip Kelly. See, that play was a good play for touchdown.
Yeah, that drive, they went straight down the field.
Yeah.
Like, they scored in like 3 plays, 2 or 3 plays.
Yep.
It was insane. And it's like, okay, I see how bad our defense looks at times. Like, that was bad. And if we let Colorado do that to us, it's going to be a long day.
Let's see here. South Dakota State lost to Oklahoma State. And what's funny, Maya's like, I can't believe they lost. They're good in the FCS. They're better than North Dakota State. I stopped what I was doing. I looked at them like, no. South Dakota State's good, but statistically, North Dakota State has been better.
Yeah.
I love my wife, my fiance wife, whatever.
You know what's funny is I think it was gosh, what was it? It was Oregon played Idaho, and Oregon State played Idaho State in week 1.
Idaho, I don't know. Oregon
was struggling at the start of that game
against the Vandals.
Against Idaho, yeah.
The Vandals.
All right.
I'm gonna have to zoom in on that one. That's funny. Again, Akron, they played Ohio State, even though they won 52-6, but they had a slow start. They scored, so the first quarter, Akron had 3, Ohio State had 7. Then they had 10. Akron had 0 in the second. Third, 3-21. About third or fourth quarter, they kind of picked it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will Howard threw for 17 for 28, 228 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I liked Will Howard. I kind of wish. Oh, actually, I'm kind of glad we didn't get Will Howard. I'm kind of glad. I kind of felt like he would have been like another Tanner Lee.
Maybe. Yeah.
In a sense.
Tanner Lee was a big disappointment back then.
But let's look here. Michigan only won 30-10.
Michigan?
Yeah.
Who'd they play again?
Fresno State.
Yeah, Fresno State's always scrappy.
They're hit and miss. I mean, I know that because I fucking lost them in Dynasty last night.
Yeah, and you got Hawaii.
Yeah, dude, my team's just ass. I actually, realistically, in real life, I think Hawaii's gonna be pretty decent. But
well, yeah, they gave UCLA a run for their money.
But you know how EA does with their ratings and everything. So tonight, Boston College and Florida State play.
Tonight?
Yep.
Boston College and Florida State?
Yep.
That'd be a good game.
Let's see if Florida State can bounce back.
DJ Ugamawali.
Another game that stood out, even though it was like 61-39, but New Mexico gave Arizona a run for their money for a little while.
Yeah.
That was a great game. And let's talk about
Vanderbilt beat Virginia Tech.
Let's talk about how Notre Dame and Texas A&M played, and Notre Dame came in there and said, "Hey, I own this field now."
Notre Dame's the better team, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a new first-year head coach in Texas A&M, which I understand. I traded Trev. I mean, us Husker fans thought Trev Alberts was a good dude, and he freaking betrayed us once again.
Yep, and then he went to Texas A&M and lost to Notre Dame in week 1.
Yep, I don't think he's gonna last on Texas A&M because the Regnits there are fucking.
I wonder why the what?
The Regnits or whatever. I call them Regnits by accident, but.
What'd you say?
The Texas A&M Regnits, whatever they call them, like the board.
Oh, okay.
I would hate to be against those guys.
What's so wrong about them?
They're pretty strict. Like they're, how Texas is with their football.
Yeah. I'm still it's still crazy that he just did that out of nowhere.
Yeah. It is what it is, though. I mean, but next week we got Texas and Michigan on prime time at Dallas. I think they're playing at, but I think Texas is going to come out there and win. I hate to say that because I'm not a big Texas fan.
Texas and Michigan in Michigan.
Yep.
I think Texas will probably take it. Yeah. I think Michigan struggles in their first year without Jim Harbaugh.
Yep, and I also think Miami is gonna be good this year because they got Florida A&M this week. They got Iowa State. That would have been a good game to go to.
Are we gonna do our week 2 predictions for college football?
Oh, I'm just looking at the schedule.
Oh,
you could if you want. Just find some games that you want to talk about.
McNeese at Texas A&M?
That's gonna be a cakewalk for them. I think Boise State is gonna upset Oregon.
Really?
Yeah, the way they played in Idaho, Boise State has always been good to be sneaky. And
When do they play?
next Saturday at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. No, 9 p.m.
Hmm.
And Eric Shenander is actually their defense coordinator.
Really?
Yep. Then you got Utah and Baylor. I keep forgetting Utah is in the Big 12.
Yeah.
When I started playing NCAA more and I started seeing the conference, it's like, what the hell? What the hell? I was like, what? Did I put these teams in here?
Yeah.
But
It's when did they get put in the Big 12?
this year.
This year. Okay,
Yep.
that's what I thought.
I hope next year conference realignments would be better than it's been, but I'm gonna be honest, the conference realignments have been, it seems like it's more about money at this point.
Yeah.
Not, regionals and regions and shit anymore.
It really is. It's more about money. And that can be better or worse for the game of college football.
Yeah. They're talking about that Florida coach and Dabo are going to get bought out.
Really?
And a lot of people are saying that either Urban Meyer or Tim Tebow will take over head coaching job for Florida.
For Florida. Oh, that'd be cool to see Tim Tebow.
It's a bit of a stretch.
I don't know how good he would be as a head coach, though. I'd like
right away off the bat.
He'd be cool as like a quarterbacks, or not even a quarterbacks coach, but like just
a quality control coach,
offensive quality control coach. Honestly, Tebow would be a great like strength and conditioning coach.
He would. Actually, did you know that Arch Manning played in Texas game last week?
Yeah, I did see that. You got some playing time and garbage time. I did see that.
I don't know. I think next week is gonna be a good year, or not good year. Next
week will be a good year.
Next week will be a good week of football.
Yeah. Texas, Michigan. That looks like the big one.
While we're on the topic of college football, let's talk about NCAA 25. Let's talk about how we've been enjoying it, and
we still got to get back on my Utah State dynasty at some point on the video game channel, but
which will happen sometime. Yeah, I had to switch. So the reason why it hasn't came out is I had to record it a certain way, and
yeah,
it was just. But, I thought on paper it seemed good. In my head, it seemed good.
Yeah.
But the way I'm going to do it now, is I think it's going to work out better. And we're going to do it the way that I'm kind of doing it now with the camera and the mics. But I got my PC here. I set up my computer up to I set up my PS5 up to my monitor. And I can just record with Sam right there with the mic and everything. That way I don't got to match up the audio with the video on a different deal. It's like, me recording something else, and then the mic's been recording another thing, and then, I'm getting better at the editing. So, yeah, our first NCAA video is doing pretty well. It's almost at 100 likes, or not likes.
That was just my first
views.
game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I've actually already done 3 games on that one.
So, you got USC.
With 3-0. It was Nebraska, USC, and then some other.
Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
Yeah.
You're
not supposed to tell them who won. We're supposed to wait for surprise. I don't care.
Whatever. It's been a long enough time at this point.
So yeah, let's address the video game channel real quick. The YouTube channel itself, it's there.
That's the primary. That's the main focus.
The main channel is this.
Yeah.
We got the series coming out. We got a new series that came out this week. Who you got?
Mm-hmm.
And which I'll have intro someday soon. I've been working on it. It's kind of, I have to show Sam, but we got Power Hour, which we're going to be making more Power Hours when I come back.
Mm-hmm.
And with the seasons going on, and then we go back to our regular TNT Boys podcast, which is this, and I think it's going well. I think we got things being worked on. we got some people reaching out to us and whatnot, and we'll get that figured out. Back to the gaming channel. What are you smiling?
Nothing.
Oh, I think you'd say something smart ass. So back to the gaming channel. It's there. It's for fun.
Yeah.
If it starts getting bigger, then yeah, we'll start putting more. But all it is for that though, it was like a lot of trial and error, and then once what the way I see it is, if something doesn't work, you go back and you try to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes if it's broke, don't fix it. But I haven't had that problem yet.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, if I haven't had that problem yet.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, as much as I would like Sam to have a PC too, I mean, he's not going to get one. I'm not going to force him. But we're working on something else. I'm actually working on getting another PC, but just to have, so that way we could actually play more computer games, and he can use it whenever I need him to, or if he wants to use it whenever he can. We'll have to talk about it more. That way we could play more of the fun PC games that can be easier to record for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, good. I didn't know if you couldn't follow on the PC talk.
No, yeah, it's been good. Going back to just the college football 25, we wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked.
We started another dynasty online one
and we're back. We had a phone call come up, and I had to answer it, and I'm recording it on my phone, obviously. But we were talking about NCAA. We started online dynasty last night, so not going well for me. It's going well for Sam
for the most part. 6-3.
I wish we could have 2 different POVs on the video, and I could make a video out of it. But this would be kind of too difficult to do. It's possible, but it's difficult. It would take like a lot of editing, a lot of time.
Yeah.
I think the game itself, it's been pretty good ever since they updated quite a bit. I think the gameplay though is great. It like last night I was playing, I'm like, dude, it feels like I'm playing NCAA 14 again.
Dude, I just think it's I just think it's really, it's more, what's the word? I just feel like you have to earn it more. You know, it's more rewarding. Like when you're playing and you actually get a big play or you score a touchdown, it feels much more rewarding and much more earned than Madden. Whereas like Madden, it just gets so easy and repetitive over time. It's just like, oh, here we go.
Nice. It's kind of nice to just like, not every game is like winning 62-0.
Right.
It's like a hard fought win.
Yeah.
Last night it was bringing the best out of me a little bit.
I had a few games where I blew out the opponent, but then all of a sudden you'll have a team that really challenges you on that game.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
A lot of people can't say though, like the way we were doing it, I haven't really as much as I used to. I used to watch a lot of YouTubers that would do it, but the rebuild, I think this, like I was telling you last night, this actually feels like a true rebuild that we're actually doing.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we're ever playing together on a video game with different consoles, not in the same house.
Right. So. And to me, it definitely feels like a rebuild, but I definitely have guys that are good, and so we're able to win a lot of games. But we're 6-3. Year's not over yet, but we have a really good running game. Been kind of playing musical chairs at quarterback, trying to find the right one. But we have a really good offense, really explosive offense. And we've lost a few close games. Well, one close game, season opener to Kentucky. Got blown out pretty good by Louisiana, of all teams. And then lost by a couple scores to Marshall most recently.
Yeah, I got blown out by Louisiana.
Yeah, they just they beat me 40-13. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But trying to do some recruiting, trying to find a good quarterback to come in, because that's kind of been my issue.
Your phone dropped.
Yeah, the phone.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been pretty good. It's a great game. I would like to do a POV of like both games at the same time, like I said, but it would be too difficult. But maybe we could do like put the camera in front of us and then 2 TVs next to each other, and then we record off deals here.
Yeah.
I don't know how people would like that. Maybe we could do like a side by side of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know
what we do.
we might have to test it with a different dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm always game for that. Game itself, though, it runs pretty good. It runs smooth. I feel like the graphics are way better what Madden has produced in years. I feel like next year, even though it's going to be a different year on the cover, but I'm hoping they're taking what they've done wrong in this game and moving it to next year and making it like, hey, we should change this, we change that. Only thing that I have a complaint about is I felt like they kind of were a little lazy or they didn't have enough time to do it on some things. You know, it's the little, again, details.
But it's like, how do you not enough time? They had 11 years.
Yeah, but they probably didn't make it. They didn't make it for like 5 or 2.
Right.
Or, you know,
they had a lot of time though. They did. You can't say time was the issue.
It just felt like it was rushed, but the details matter to me. So like, you go look at Nebraska Stadium, that'll have like some details missing on it. Just let alone you go use Hawaii Stadium, it's a default stadium they have, and in NCAA, and they haven't put in their actual stadium. I don't care if it's Aloha, it's their little stadium that would look cool in there. You know, they're missing jerseys, they're missing uniforms. Like, give us all the jerseys they have worn in their history for us to use.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would love to wear the jersey that Hawaii had when who was that quarterback that was good back in 05 and 06? The black visor.
Colt Brennan.
Dude. Colt Brennan was a dog. May he rest in peace. But, you know, dude. That was a great time. But even Nebraska, they don't really have a lot of uniforms. I think they updated them, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on the game a little bit?
I think it's fun. Like I said, I feel like it's more like offensively. Whenever you make a big play or get a touchdown, it feels more earned. It's more rewarding than in Madden, where it's just like it gets so easy over time. You know, plays that work every time. And you really have to use better strategy and better strategic thinking when it comes to running your offense. I'm definitely more of an offensive guy, so I like running the offense, and you have to have balance. You can't go one-dimensional. Like, they will pick you off if you start to go one-dimensional passing it all the time. You have to develop a running game.
Yeah.
My playbook I like to use is the multiple offense, just because they have a little bit of everything. I like to run out of the power I. But I also like to, sling it out of the shotgun from wide formations a lot, and they got a little option stuff. So I just like to do a little bit of everything offensively. So yeah, I know. I really like it. It's the best football game I've played in a long time, for sure.
I think a lot of people are playing more NCAA than Madden, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't even know yet if I'm going to get Madden 25.
I'm probably going to pass on it. To be fair. Anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much a wrap for this one.
I think it was pretty good. Again, we did. This is another free balled episode.
Free balled.
A free open discussion.
Improv. Yeah.
Well, not really. Discussion. It's more open discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, not really improv, because you knew what we were talking about. It was just we didn't really have a
set topic.
We didn't have like bullet points and stuff.
Yeah, usually you set up the episodes pretty well.
Yeah. Which this is natural though. It's natural.
Yeah, we like to test ourselves. We strive for getting better around here.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think it'd be good. Don't forget to check out the Husker game tonight. I was gonna close out and I forgot. Oh wait, we got to talk about this real quick. Don't forget to watch the Husker game tonight. What time is it? Like 7?
Something like that.
7 against Colorado Buffaloes. The Deion Sanders show is coming to Lincoln. Don't forget to watch a lot of other college football games that are going on tonight and whatnot. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Also, follow Agent Life. Follow us on social media platforms. We also have a bunch of other podcasts on the Agent Life media brand. We have Talking Dirt, Useless Assumptions, Touching Base, and us, TNT Boys.
Colorado game is at 6:30.
30 minutes off. All right. But
Okay, peace out. Bye.
Peace. Bye.